What's going on, fam? It's your man VACAY-J, and I'm back with another video. This is episode 6 recap for Power Book 4 Force with Tommy Egan and the gang. Family, yes, this definitely was a next level, not a higher level, but a next level episode. We're going to get into that. We see your boy Walter. Man, he is doing some things that we've never seen before. Like, he's definitely coming out of his shell and doing some things to make sure everybody knows who the Flynns are. Listen, before we get into this, definitely check out episode 5 and all the other recaps so you can get all caught up on everything. So where we left off was, we see Tommy and we see Claude, and they are burying Maya's body, right? So she obviously took Maya out last episode, and Tommy's helping her out as far as making sure that the body is buried. So they putting her to rest, right? Putting her down, putting her underground. And she's like, man, I didn't really realize what you do after you take somebody out. So, Claude took her out because she was going to go to her father and everything else like that. And she's like, well, I don't really know what to say. And Tommy's like, well, you could say goodbye, And basically we find out that Maya was an orphan. And Tommy's like, well, nobody's going to miss her. So she's like, all right, goodbye. And we see in the first parts of this episode that with everything that was going on as far as the Serbians, as far as them taking out the Serbians, there was a few casualties that happened. So now we are at the gravesite, we're at the cemetery, and we are putting Elijah to rest. So we have Diamond there, Jannard, his mother, Elijah's mother there, and we also have D Mac there as well. So definitely it's not a happy day at all. They chose to go to war with the Serbians. And yes, Elijah was one of the casualties of that. So yes, D-Mac is there as well. So he's right by their side, part of CBI, showing respect. And Jannard is definitely on some like, if it wasn't for Tommy, Elijah would still be alive. And, Diamond's just showing some like, man, show some respect. This is not the time or place to do that. So Diamond goes over. Of course, he takes out the envelope, gives it to Elijah's mom, to make sure she's, solid, make sure she's good, with the loss of her son. Definitely not a happy day, but definitely Diamond goes ahead and he shovels some dirt and he puts it on the grave, just putting Elijah to rest. So goodbye, Elijah. You're going to the power graveyard. We'll see you later. Now, another casualty that happened was your boy Simon. Simon, that's Vic's boy. And Paulie's saying a couple of words about him, how he likes the White Sox and everything else like that. But he said he had a good heart for the most part. And, your boy Vic definitely is feeling the pain because that was his boy. We see Walter, but he's coughing up. Walter's sick, but Claude doesn't know that he's sick. And he's like, nah, it's just allergies. She's like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, it's just allergies, bronchitis or whatever. But we know that Walter has cancer, but she doesn't know that. So, they're looking at Vic. And, it's just like, man, we know Simon was his boy since he was a kid. So she's like, I should go talk to him. And he's like, nah, my son needs his father's shoulder. So he goes over to Vic and he says, whatever you got into, it's all your fault why Simon is gone. Right? And of course, Vic ain't trying to hear all that. Like, he just lost his boy, his childhood best friend, and he just leaves. So he goes outside and Claude is like, you need to make it whole and make things right with your father. And he's like, well, it's a two-way street, and if he wants to make it right, then he'll make it right. So Vic is on some like, I'm tired of this. How about, I get down with your side hustle that you got? And she's like, it came and went. Just like you said, it came and now it's gone. Now that opportunity's gone. Of course, she's lying to him because she doesn't want him to be involved and doesn't want him to find out that Tommy's involved as well. So speaking of Tommy, Tommy's now having a meeting with Diamond, Vic, and Jannard. And they're talking about all the people that they buried. And, he's just like, hey, man, that's a casualty of war. It is what it is. It's part of the game. And Jannard's like, who did you bury? Like, who did you throw in a rose for? He's like, look at you, and now Tommy's getting on Jannard on some like, don't be flexing on me. Like, this is what it is. And he's like, you're not even a boss. Like, you inherited your brother's business. And they going at it, and Diamond's trying to calm him down like, cut that out. Like, listen, stop all of that. And Tommy's just like, yo, you act like you never made a big deal, but it's like, this is who we are. This is what went down. We agreed upon this. And it is what it is. Like, Tommy's really not having any remorse. But Vic is just like, yo, we can't afford to go to war and have bodies just drop like this all the time with our people. So they are not happy with Tommy as far as the result. Yes, they have the West Side. Yes, they took over the Serbs area. But Diamond is on some like, yo, we took a vote and we pretty much are voting you out because Jannard is on some like, yeah, you're bad for business. And, our people are dropping and you got nobody. There's nobody that's dropping on your side. So, Tommy's just like, yo, that's it. Really, we going to do business like that and that's it? So, y'all take over the West Side and that's it? I'm out? And they're like, yeah, it's like that. So they pretty much voted him out as far as like doing business in Chicago the way they planned on doing it. So they was like, so what now? Tommy's like, so what now? So they was like, yeah, listen, we're going to buy, the paper from, we're going to buy, the product from you that you have. And he wanted a certain price. And they said they're going to buy the whole thing. So which is cool. It's like, yeah, not only they're going to vote you out, but still they're going to buy all the product that you got. So Tommy wanted a certain price. Jannard's like, nah, we're going to give it to you for this. But Diamond's like, nah, we're gonna buy the whole thing at the price that you want. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be solid on things and just make things square with us. So, Vic and all of them, they're kind of feeling the pain of the loss, but still they gained overall because of Tommy's move. But they're staying cool with each other. And yeah, it is what it is. Vic is going to stay cool with Diamond and Jannard, and they're going to keep their bond pretty solid going forward, right? So now we got Diamond and Tommy, and Diamond, like he said, he came through with the bread to buy all the product that he has on hand. And he's like, what you going to do with all this product? And Tommy's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, right? We know what he's going to do, but he's telling Diamond, I don't know what I'm going to do, right? So Diamond's like, all right, it is what it is. Now, Tommy is talking to Liliana, right? Because Liliana, 50-50 deal. So whatever they got, she's getting 50% of it, right? So Tommy's talking about making moves with Claude and the whole nine. And Liliana's like, yo, should I get in on this deal? He's like, I don't know. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? You want to put your money back in? You want to reinvest? And she's like, yo, dead money don't make money. Yeah, definitely. I want to get in this if this is going to be something big. And I want to be a part of the play. So, of course, Tommy's on some like, well, that's one person I still can rely on. Liliana's always going to be there. Even though the boys voted him out, Liliana's always going to be there so they can make moves and make money together. Because, again, Tommy came to rescue her. And I don't think anybody else has ever come to rescue her. So Tommy goes to see your girl Claude. And now they're talking about just putting some things together. Tommy has free time now, right? Because he's not working with the boys anymore. Now he's working with Claude on this new designer product that he's trying to get on the street. So they're talking about how they're going to distribute it, right? Because that's the main thing. You can have a whole bunch of product, but if there's no distribution system going on, then guess what? It's not going to move. So Tommy's like, listen, we're going to do something called lock and drop, right? Convention center, we're going to have people go in and out. People go in and out all the time, and she's kind of like, what? Lockers? Like, that's kind of like primitive. Like, it's not good for our clientele. He's like, nah, people go in and out all the time at the convention center. People that go to convention centers, they have money. And yeah, it's the perfect way for people to get the product and not find out it's us moving it. So definitely he has a plan. We know what that plan is like. We know it's familiar, right? Definitely, Tariq and Braden did it in Power Book 2. And yeah, they did it in Power. James St. Patrick and him, Ghost and him did that. So now he's bringing that to Chicago. So she's like, all right, we'll try it out. She's kind of hesitant about it because, she doesn't really know too much about it. But yeah, it worked for Tommy. He's like, yo, this is going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even worry about it. We're going to work it out. We're going to get Liliana down with it. And we're going to make this thing happen. Meanwhile, at the same time, she's trying to push Reggie, this guy Reggie, who she had dealings with before, into the picture. And he's like, nah, he's going to be a customer. Don't really know him. Don't really trust him. But Liliana, she's solid. We're going to make it happen with Liliana. So Claude gets a message and it's a message from her father saying that it's emergency. She needs to come. What's that emergency? The feds are investigating and going through the Flynn operation right now. They're going through all the paperwork. They're going through everything. And the two feds are talking to Walter Flynn. They're like, yeah, listen, we're here to definitely check this out and check that out. All you got to do as far as your pills go is to produce a manifest showing where everything is going and everything's being shipped. And he's like, you think I'm stupid? You think I don't know what's going on? So, of course, Walter doesn't know how to do all that because, Claudia is the one that really handles the books and handles all of that paperwork, right? So these guys are like, yeah, listen, look at Al Capone got, sent up for tax evasion. Like, we'll see how good you are. So he's trying to get on this computer, trying to work things out. And they're like, sir, we just need the paperwork. All you got to do is produce it. And he's trying to get in and he can't get in. He's like, listen, I'm waiting for my accountant to come, waiting for somebody to come to get me in. So here comes Claude to rescue the day. I mean, she was supposed to be there, but she wasn't there. She was handling her own business. And so she gets in. She prints out all the documents, all the manifests, all the invoices, everything that's needed to show each and every pill that goes in and out of their organization. Gives it to the feds like, here it is. Like, okay, I printed it out for you. Do you need anything else? Like, she is real cool and calm and collected. And then some like, oh, man, okay, we didn't think they had all of that. So the feds are coming through with no evidence of anything illegal going on. So she's showing documentation that, everything is legit. She's like, if you have everything you need, please get the out, right? Like, get out of here, right? So he's talking to Claude like, yo, I had the feds here and you were nowhere to be found. Like, where were you? It's like, I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know what's going on with your brother. But we can't have the feds come in here and throw me off guard like this, pretty much, right? So she's like, man, she feels kind of bad. But at the same time, she's trying to handle her own business. She's really not interested in what's going on with the whole Flynn operation. So now we got Jannard, and he's talking to Diamond, and they're also like, yeah, man, I'm glad you came to your senses, man, to vote this guy out. It's supposed to be me and you. And Jannard really does not want him to deal with anybody else but him because he feels like because he put 15 years into CBI while Diamond was locked up, it should be just him and Diamond. But of course, he's a brother. He got a little jealousy when Tommy came along. He was a little jealous about what's happening. So they're just happy about what's going on. They're talking about putting money away to make sure everything grows. All right, now we see Walter. Walter fell on the ground. What happened to Walter? Paulie picks him up like, yo, what's going on? You're sick. I've been watching you. I've been seeing what's going on. You can't hide what's going on. You're going to have to let the kids know what's happening. And Walter's like, we're not telling them anything. Nobody's going to know. And, it's like the wife probably died from cancer as well. So they probably both had cancer. And it's like, yo, you don't want the kids to go through that again. So we see Jannard. He's still on this mission to take out Tommy, to get stuff on Tommy. I mean, he can't let it go. So he hires D-Mac, right? Hires D-Mac, gives him some money. Like, yo, I just want you to go ahead and keep tabs on Tommy, find out what he's doing, how he's doing things and everything else like that. Jannard cannot let this go. Like, he still feels some type of way. And D-Mac is like, who? Tommy, what? Yeah, the white boy. Oh, okay. He's like, you want me to take him out? Like, if you want me to take him out, it's more money. It's like, nah, just keep tabs on him. And just let me know what's going on. When you get information, just let me know. Can you get it done or do I have to give it to somebody else? No. I'm going to take care of it. But if you need me to take them out, just let me know. Right? So that's how D-Mac rolls. So now we're at the convention center. We see Claude and we see Tommy. And we have Liliana going inside just to peep out the place, just to see what's going on. So they see all these people going in and out of the convention center. And she's looking at the lockers. And Claude is still trying to push this guy, Reggie, onto being the distro because she's having doubts about this whole lock and drop system. She doesn't know anything about it, right? So Liliana's going in with her camera, kind of to peep out things. She's looking, she's seeing, they asking her what's going on in her headset. And it's like, the guard is flirting with this person, that person. But she has her FaceTime camera on to kind of peep out the place, to see what's really going on, to see how safe it is. It's like, there's cameras, but there's areas that they can't see, they can't look at. So it looks, she's like, yo, it's pretty secure for people to come in and out and nobody know what's going on, right? So Liliana's doing her work and your boy Tommy's on some like, yo, Reg is not the move. We're just going to roll with us. For right now, he's just going to be a customer. So, yeah, he keeps pushing Reggie off, but Reggie keeps calling Claudia on some like, yo, I gave you money. Where's my product? So that's what she's scared about, but she's not going to tell Tommy. So Tommy gets all suited and booted. He's ready to go, looking like Tommy St. Patrick, Ghost St. Patrick, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's in there. So they make the exchange as far as the lockbox key. And he goes to the locker, opens it up, goes in there with his whole suit. Nobody can suspect anything. He's looking like a model citizen. Goes in there, puts a little camera in there, puts whatever he needs in there. And Liliana's just still recording, or she's using her phone to show Claude how the system's going to work. And yeah, it's looking real good. It's looking like, hey, everything's fine. Nobody's noticing what's going on. Nobody's even paying attention to what Tommy's doing. So they are going to be able to move Dahlia without nobody knowing what's going on. So yeah, he puts a little camera up in there, puts things up in there. And yeah, it's all set. Everything's all set. And he set everything up. So once they get the information to the buyers can come in and do what they need to do. He blows a kiss to Claude, like everything is A-okay. Done this a million times. It's all good. And she's looking on like, okay, this could possibly work. Because again, she has her doubts. This is not the conventional way that she knows, because all she knows is whatever her father has been doing. Tommy knows what he's doing because he's been doing it for years, right? Doing it for years. So Liliana's there to make it happen. He's like, yeah, see, I'm the poster boy for doing all of this. She's like, yeah, my boy, my brother, he used to dress like this all the time. She's like, yeah, you look good. I hope, stuff rubs off from your brother onto you. And of course, yeah, that just makes him think about Ghost even more, think about his brother even more. Like every episode, or almost every episode, Ghost is being brought up over and over and over and over. What are they trying to tell us? You guys let me know. So now we see your boy D-Mac. He's looking around corners. He's definitely doing what he's been paid to do, right? To definitely check on Tommy, see what Tommy is doing, check on him, see where he's going. And that's the job that was designated to him. So now D-Mac is going to follow him all around town just to get that information back to Jannar. Now, here's the deal. We see Liliana now go to the same spots that Tommy went to that he found out about in that first episode when Diamond and him were kidnapped by Rojas and his boys to get the product. So he's going to those same drops, those same areas. And yes, she's speaking in Spanish to them like, yo, I got some information for you. Take this package here, look at it, and we're going to let you know. Just follow the instructions. This is something new that's going on, that's going down, that you need to find out about, that you need to know about. So they get the key, and then they get some instructions as well as far as where to go and what number, lockbox, whatever, right? So they get all that information, okay? So now Liliana's just making stops. So she goes to the Jewish guys, and she's like, yeah, I got a Hanukkah present for you, right? So, they're talking, they're shooting the breeze or whatever back and forth. He's like, yeah, you got something for me? And she's like, yeah, I got something for you, got a little package for you. Here it is. And, Liliana, I like Liliana because Liliana, she could pretty much be a chameleon and kind of talk to whoever, whenever. And she's so confident with it that people actually take her serious. You know what I'm saying? So she hands off the package. And yeah, she's like, yeah, here's a Hanukkah gift for you. It's all good. You're going to like it. You're going to like what it is. You're just going to like what it is, right? So she moves on and does what she does. So they go to the lockbox and they see a package in there. Yeah, they're giving them samples of the designer product, Dahlia, right? And yeah, they take the package, they go in there, and they get what they need, and nobody's suspecting anything. So they take it out, close it up, keep the key, and they keep it moving, right? Both of them are at the same lock boxes, right? The same like big lock box, but they don't even know each other, right? But they're definitely getting samples of the product. Again, Claude is talking about this guy, Reg, And she's trying to get him to be the distro, to be part of it. She wants him to be a part of it because she got paid by Reg and she owes Reg something. But Tommy's not feeling it. Tommy's just like, yo, we gonna keep it in the house, man. Like she keeps pressing it. And I'm surprised he's not asking her, yo, why you keep pushing this guy? Right? So things are going well. They're texting these guys as far as instructions and what they need to do. So they go outside and yeah, you know, Soto, she gets a text. You did good so far, right? And then the Jewish guy, he also gets the same text from Tommy, unknown, right? Unknown person from Tommy. You did good so far. And yeah, he's looking at him. Claude is looking at him to make sure everything is good, make sure everything's going right with this whole lock drop thing, right? And then it's like, okay. They're like, what now? They're like, what now? They're like, enjoy the ride, enjoy the ride. The Jewish guy's like, what's this game? It's like, hey, it is what it is. They got the product in hand, they got the samples. And Tommy is like, yeah, this is going to work. This is definitely going to be fire. Yeah, he's excited about it. And Claude seems to be excited about it too. Because, yeah, it's about to go down and they're about to do some serious business. Meanwhile, the feds roll up on your boy Paulie. And Paulie's like, yo, what's going on? Why am I being pulled over? Come to find out, they got 25 years of stuff on Paulie. And they're saying, Paulie, you need to give up some information because remember, they couldn't get anything just walking in there to the Flynn, organization. So now they're trying to get Paulie to crack and flip. But Paulie's like, man, y'all can forget about it. They're like, well, once we get Walter, he's going to flip on you. It's like, yeah, Walter's not going to flip on nobody. I'm out of here, right? So now we see Walter and Vic. And Vic is like, what's going on, Dad? Yeah, we need to get this Sunday dinner going, right? And Walter's like, I need you to keep tabs on your sister and find out where she was earlier today. He's like, that's not my job. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of that, man. But definitely Sunday dinner sounds good, right? Yeah, I'm gonna need a +1. And he's not even listening to his dad. And he's like, I need you to find out what's going on with Claudia. He's like, again, that's not my job. I'm not doing it. You know what? I'm going to bring Gloria. And yeah, make sure there's an extra plate ready for Gloria. And he just walks out like, Vic ain't playing, man. Vic is not playing with his dad. So now we got Tommy and JP and they're moving stuff around, still in the grandmother's house, moving stoves around and everything else like that. They get a little adult beverage. Cheers, cheers. And yeah, JP is on some like, yeah, so I need to find out what's going on, man. Like, you making a whole lot of money. Like, what's really good? I need to find out what exactly you do. And, Tommy's on some like, yeah, I told you, man. Me and my partner, we had businesses and this, that, and the third and all of that. And Tommy's really not trying to give up the information. But meanwhile, somebody's looking through the window. Who is it? D. Mac is looking in the window. He was following Tommy. He followed Tommy to the grandma's house, to his great grandmother's house. And he sees JP talking to Tommy. So now it's like, it's obvious that Tommy knows JP and Tommy knows his father. He's like, oh man, the look on his face is like, oh man, like he knows my dad and I don't want to get my dad involved in anything. So JP's like, yo man, I just need the truth. Just tell me exactly what you do. And Tommy's like, you sure you're not going to be mad? He's like, nah, just tell me. He's like, yo, I'm a dealer, man. That's what I do. I've been doing it for years. Da, 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 da. And JP's like, oh, really? He's like, well, I used to do something back in the day. And Tommy's like, nah. Nah, I'm not getting you involved in nothing. No way, no how, no nothing. I know you my brother and all this and that. But he's like, nope, you ain't getting no play on what I'm doing. He's just denying JP because he doesn't want JP to get involved. That's his brother. And JP's like, yo, man, I need to make some bread. I need to do some things, man. I'm just trying to catch a break, because it's obvious that JP is not really making money like he needs to make money, right? He definitely needs over $100,000 to pay off whatever it is. And Tommy's still on some like, nah, bro, I'm not doing it, man. I'm not getting you involved. But JP is still stressing, still pressing like, yo, I need to make some bread, bro. I need to make some bread. So will Tommy allow JP to get involved? We shall see, all right? So now we got the Sampson brothers, right? And they're talking, they're looking at the operation. They got the West Side flowing. So they're looking at what's going on. They got their guys out there handling business and they're just watching. And really, Jannard is on some like, yo, man, I just really want to know, like, why did you choose me over every other guy? There was guys that had seniority and everything else like that. And he's like, why you asking these questions? He's like, yo, man, I was supposed to go to college, man. I had the Ivy League on my back and the whole nine. He's like, yo, the only reason why I picked you is because they don't have what you have, which is my blood. He's like, yo, come on, let's go handle some business, right? So now Reggie is calling Claudia like crazy. Remember, Reggie gave her money for the product after he sampled it. So now he wants the product. So again, Claudia, with all this pressure being applied from this guy calling and texting and texting and calling, again, she brings up Reggie's name again. And Tommy is just like, what is going on with this guy? Like, seriously, like, he's just going to be a customer. We already got me, you, Liliana. Liliana's in both feet, like she's all in it. And Claudia's just like, man, okay, whatever. She don't like nobody telling her what to do. But Tommy's just like, yo, we got this thing going. Now we just need to go get the chef to cook up what we need to cook up. Meaning that we need to go get the scientists to go get the designer product made so we can make it happen. We already gave them samples and these people are ready to get the product off the ground. They're ready to get it, right? So what do? Here comes the scientist. She's just going shopping, buying little groceries. And who do we see? We see Claudia roll up, just sneak up behind her. She's like, what the? She's like, right? She's like, man. Like, they just rolled up on you. I mean, come on. Like, you know who you are. You know what you do. And yeah, Tommy's like, hey, how you doing? Got the strap on her and the whole nine. So yeah, they're going to take her, right? It's time to go cook up some stuff. She's like, what the heck? Yeah, she's definitely surprised. And yeah, it's time to go get busy. All right. Now, we see D-Mac. He rolls into the barbershop and he rolls up on Jannard. And he's like, yo, man, get somebody else to do the job. I'm not doing this job. Nah, this job is not for me. Take your money back. Take your 5 racks back. I don't need it. And Jannard's like, yo, why? What's going on? Like, talk to me. Da-da-da-da. And D-Mac, he ain't saying nothing. He's just like, yo, get somebody else to do the job. I can't do the job right now. This is not going to be for me. This is not the job that I want. So he just throws the money down and he walks out. And Jannard is just like, kind of like, why? Like, what the heck is wrong with this dude? Of course, he has no idea that D-Mac is related to JP. And come to find out, I don't know, he didn't figure it out yet that Tommy's related to him because he doesn't even know if Tommy is JP's brother. So now we see Vic and we see your girl Gloria and they're about to go to dinner. He's like, listen, I'm making my old moves now. I'm going to bring you to Sunday dinner. And yeah, even though he said it's for family, I'm going to bring you anyway, right? So don't even worry about it. I'm making moves. Vic is really trying to step up as a man and tell his father, like, I don't care. This is the woman that I love, right? So they start to get to kissing, whatever. And then the next thing you know, what happens is somebody comes along and they start to spray the car, right? Spray the whole car where they about to get into the car, right? And it's definitely not a blackface. It's somebody else. So your girl comes out with this strap and she blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, Gloria don't play, man. She got this strap. He's like, you okay? You okay? It's all right. It's all right. He try to calm her down the whole nine. So yeah, they try to put a hit out on Vic and Gloria. Man, listen. So now we got your boy Diamond. And he goes to his seat at his diner and he sees this girl there. He's like, excuse me, you sitting in my seat. And she's like, well, I don't see your name on it. And then he points up at the article that's in the booth of him boxing and everything else like that. So the guy, the worker is like, yeah, he's a fighter. And it's not the third. He's about to get into it. And he's like, yo, just chill, right? So we see this young lady, and she's like, hey, well, do you mind if I eat here? Can you eat here with me? Like, can we eat together? She trying to kick it to Diamond, right? She looking at Diamond like, he a piece of chocolate. So he's like, whatever. So he sits down, And they get to talking, and they're like, yeah, oh, you having breakfast for dinner? She's like, yeah, I'm having breakfast for dinner. It is what it is, right? So they talk about a recipe and all this and that. So it looks like Diamond is about to get some play here, man. I mean, she's feeling dude. They having a conversation. They're talking about grandma's potato recipe and all this and that, how the guy stole it from his grandmother. He's like, yeah, I could have been your granddaddy, right? So she's like, hey, you want to try some? I mean, yeah, she is going all in with Diamond on some like, yo, I know this is your booth or whatever, but come on and try it. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty good, but it's not better than grandma's, right? So we see this new love interest unexpected. Like, I did not expect this to happen where Diamond is now kicking it with a young lady, but it's all good. My man just got out, did 15 years, and he ain't hollered at no shorty or no shorty hollered at him. So now it's time for Diamond to get his thing going. So yeah, she introduces herself. She said, yeah, my name is Adrian. And he's like, yeah, my name is Diamond. You know what I mean? And you already know what's about to pop off after that. So things pop off. Diamond gets his, and she's now looking him up and seeing exactly who he is online. So we're going to see what she's about. I don't trust her, but we're going to see what she's about. So here we go. Scientist brings everybody to the lab. They're looking around. Tommy's like, yo, this is all paid for? He's like, yeah, it's all paid for. He's like, you need anything else? Like, is there anything else needed so you can start to get this thing going? And she's like, yeah, I just need some supplies. And she's still kind of nervous or whatever about this whole thing. And she's like, yeah, I'm not a dealer. And she's like, Tommy's like, I am. So it's all good. Like, you could do your thing and don't worry. So he puts the strap away. He's like, it's okay. We'll get all the supplies you need, and we're going to get this thing going for you so we can make it happen, right? So now we see she's really scared, and she's really on some like, I don't know, but she's going to do what she has to do because they ain't playing, right? So now we see the product has been made, and now they have it, right? So Mrs. Soto, she has the product. They're like, yo, we need to try this out. We need to see what's going on with it. They say that it's good. So homeboy is like, all right, I'll try it out first. So he tries it out. And man, he's like, oh my God, this is incredible. Right? So they feeling it, right? So of course, Mrs. Soto's like, I need to try it myself. So she's going to try it out, see how it goes, right? See what's going down. And she tries it out. And man, she gets stuck. She's like, oh, look at her face. She's stuck. And homeboy is like, yo, both of them is stuck right now. And he doesn't even know what to do. He goes over to Miss Soto to make sure she doesn't fall or anything. But look at the look at their face. They're just like, oh my God, this is incredible. They're speaking in Spanish. They're like, man, adios mio, right? She's like, oh my God. She's like, oh my God, adios mio. So yeah, it's obvious they are feeling the product, the designer product, right? So Mrs. Soto messages the unknown text, which goes to Tommy's like, yo, we all in. Count me in on this, right? Meanwhile, Claudia's still running around, going from place to place, doing her thing on the streets. Now she in the streets now. She's for the streets. But that guy, Reg, is right there following her. Why is he following her? Because he paid her some money up front. That was his advance payment. And he didn't get anything. And he's been calling her, blowing up her phone the whole nine. She has not been answering his calls or the texts. So he's pretty pissed, right? Here comes Mr. Walter Flynn. And Walter Flynn, man, I tell you, he be on some stuff, man. He be on some serious stuff. Yeah, man. Why? Because, yeah, he's talking to Vic. And he's like, Vic, where have you been? What happened? He wasn't at dinner. It's like, yo, somebody tried to hit us. He's like, what? Who did what? Somebody tried to hit you? Somebody tried to spray you? That me and Gloria. He's like, oh, that was CBI? He was like, nah, they was white. Their faces were white as snow, right? He's like, yeah, it may have been the Serbs, right? Boom. Vic puts it out there. Yeah, it may have been the Serbs. He's like, did you get involved with Tommy? Y'all try to do a play on the Serbs? Vic doesn't say anything. He's like, you know what? Between you and your sister, man, y'all causing a lot of problems that I always got to clean up. Like, what the heck is going on with y'all? You guys are tripping. And yeah, Walter's going in, but he's like, yo, you guys are making stupid moves with this guy, Tommy, and now the Serbs are after you? Nah, they ain't going to be coming after you no more, right? So he going to handle that. So now we see your girl, Adrian, and she shows up at Diamond Spot because she was there the night before. He's like, oh, 2 nights in a row, I get to see you? He's like, what you got in the bag? She's like, yeah, I got some pancakes, waffles, bacon, this, that, and the third. He's like, oh, breakfast for dinner again, right? She's like, yeah, I'm hoping, that I don't eat it by myself. So she brought the food to Diamond, and she's like, yeah, I want to have some breakfast, hopefully have breakfast for breakfast. So now she coming at your boy Diamond real hard. Like, she really feeling your boy. So, Diamond, he ain't going to deny all that. Like, he already did his thing the night before. So, what's the problem with having another night? So it's time to go make some moves, and they're going to have breakfast for dinner and go have breakfast for breakfast. Go ahead, bro. Do your thing, man. You deserve it, bro. You deserve it. You've been locked up for 15 years. You took out the Serbs. You was dealing with Tommy. Go do your thing, bruh. So now, look who shows up. Reg shows up after following Claudia, seeing what she's doing. He's like, I've been calling you. You playing me for a fool. You think I'm stupid or whatever. And she's like, nah, I just been busy. I haven't been able to return your calls. My bad. It is what it is. No problem. We're going to get, some stuff to you. And we're going to get that stuff to you. Don't worry about it, right? So he yokes her up. He's like, you think I'm stupid? You think I'm crazy, right? You're just trying to play me and everything else like that. So, yeah, they get into it. They're about to get into it. I mean, yeah, he's about to do some things to her. Like, man, he ain't playing because he paid her a lot of money. So, boom, she hits him in the eye, like really hits him like dead in his eye. And he's like, oh, man, you blinded me, and everything else like that. She takes the strap from his pocket or his back or whatever. He's like, I can't believe you did that to me. What are you doing? And she's like, yeah, you're not blind yet, almost. And yeah, your girl Claudia catches her second body within a 24-hour period or 48-hour period. Now here we go. Tommy and her back at it. And she's like, man, yeah, we back at it again. And he's like, hey, that's part of the game. It is what it is. We do what we got to do, right? This is part of the game. You in it now. So they walk away with the shovels. It's like, all right, Claudia, there's another one, another body on Claudia. She got 2 counts now, 2 counts. So now we see your boy, Walter Flynn. He's rolling up into this spot. He's rolling up into the Serbian spot. Man, Walter's not playing. He's not talking. He just comes through and he just starts blasting, right? Blam, blam. Takes out 2 guys. He's like, yeah, tell your guy Milkovich to never come from my family and everything else like that. And he's like, you know what? Freak it. And he takes this dude out and then he looks at the waitress. He's like, you know what? You tell him. You send him the message to never come for me and my family. He takes a little shot. This guy, Walter, man, yeah, he a true Irish gangster, man. And then he just puts the straps back, and then he walks out the door. Your boy, Walter Flynn, is showing a different side that we haven't seen before. This cat is not playing. So that is the recap for episode 6 of Power Book 4 Force. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Let me know your thoughts. To me, again, it's another build-up episode, next level episode. Claudia caught some bodies. Walter caught some bodies. Let me know your thoughts and your theories on this, fam. And definitely, if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate you for watching. And absolutely, let's continue to keep this thing going. And you know what it is. It's your man, VACAY-J. And until the next video, until next time, salute.